Charity is a very important attribute in our life as Christians. However, it is one of the attributes that is neglected by preachers all over the world today. In a world full of so many trials, financial, socioeconomic, and even religious insecurity, it is easy for our personal interests to become the modus operandi, after which we evaluate our actions. In order for us to get a scriptural understanding of what charity is all about, we have to understand the worldly definition of charity. Charity can be defined as the voluntary giving of help, typically in the form of money, to those in need. The most important term there is voluntary. This denotes the origin of the charitable act, or action. It is important for us as Christians not to define charity by worldly standards, for you see, the scriptures clearly tell us that man in his fallen state cannot do good. Romans 8 verses 7 to 8. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. Therefore we cannot allow ourselves to be deceived by believing that we can please God by ourselves. What then is the scriptural definition of charity? Colossians 3:14-15. And above all these things put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. The apostle here highlight the peace of God which is to rule our hearts. In the broader context, the apostle here shows that the peace of God in our hearts is that which cements the bond of charity. This therefore means that without the peace of God, there cannot be a bond of perfection. What then is the peace of God? Galatians 5 verses 22 to 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, longsuffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. The peace that is mentioned in Galatians 5 is none other than the peace of God. This verse also shows us that the peace of God is dependent on the fruit of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit are living manifestations of God's grace, which is clearly spoken of in Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2 verse 8 to 9. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So, by receiving the grace of God through faith, we become subject to His Spirit, who confers the peace of God to our hearts, which then manifests itself as charity. I hope this small meditation on charity has blessed you. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. God bless you all.